Hello. I'm trying to get the computer hooked up if you're already on. And it's not even showing I'm live, so. It has to be so hard. Is it showing as live, Hannah?
Yes.
For sure. Is anybody on it?
Let me see. I don't think so. No, don't seem to be.
Just waiting to see if anybody comes on live. If they don't, we'll just do a video. And they can watch it later. Oh, there's Patty. Patty's on. Hello, Patty. I was beginning to think we might be all alone tonight. But I know I didn't give a whole lot of heads up. I just didn't know for sure what I was doing tonight. I knew I had a craft I wanted to do. I just didn't know for sure with all the other things that goes on in life if I was going to be able to go live tonight. So I'm just going to hang out and for just a minute and see if anybody else pops on. I think some more are popping on. Yeah, I use it as practice, Patty. Huh. I'm seeing a comment on the phone from someone, but it's not popping up on my computer. Is that
Sarah Kate's watching.
Sarah Kate is watching? Hello, Sarah Kate. I don't know why my computer is not updating my comments. Anyway, we'll see if some more people pop on. If they don't, then they can always go watch the replay. Tonight, what we're gonna make is this. I made one the other day, and I'm gonna make another one. Hannah, could you swipe the comments off of that one? Are we losing our connection?
No. There we go.
We may have to open it. Sorry, y'all. I'd rather later. You may hear a little more noises, but we're going to have to leave the door open, I think. Even though I have really good internet, but it seems to be glitching a little bit when I have the door shut. So hopefully it won't glitch anymore with the door open. And hopefully you won't hear a bunch of crazy stuff going on. I have 2 passed out kittens laying on the bed. Maybe they'll stay there. They're all curled up, sleeping away. So, anyway, this is what we're going to make tonight. This is a topiary. And I want to mention that my inspiration for this was from another crafter that I seen go live. Was the Turquoise Valentine. And I love turquoise. That's actually, I guess if I have a favorite color, it's either turquoise or teal or along in those range. And that's probably all Hannah's fault because she started me on that color, and now it seems like I want it all over my house. So this was an inspiration from the Turquoise Valentine. She made one of these, and I just said, oh, I gotta make it. And so when I made one, I wanted two for my mantle. So I thought, well, I'll make one to practice, and then I'll go and make another one live so you can see how it goes together. I did mine a little different than hers, and I'll show you how that is. For one, I used a pumpkin in the middle that I didn't paint. It's burlap. It has like burlap over top of the styrofoam pumpkin. All three pumpkins came from Dollar Tree. The bottom is a terracotta pot, and she used a terracotta pot that you would sit under this if it had a plant in it, the little cap. I didn't have the caps, I just had the pots. So I had some old coasters. They're actually wood coasters that we've had for years and years, and I just decided that I would use that for the top on my terracotta pot to make my base.
Aunt
and
Stacy
so
is watching.
who?
Aunt Stacy.
Aunt Stacy. Hannah's my, she tells me who's on and who's off, and
Caitlin
if I
Spears.
miss any comments. Hi Caitlin, hi Stacy. I'm so glad y'all joining me tonight. We were going to try to do this with the door shut so we wouldn't have any outside noises. I hope you can hear me well. If you can hear me and everything's going good, could you give me some hearts and let me know that you can hear me? That way we know that you're not getting a bunch of static and a bunch of problems. We are going to make this cute topiary that I wanted two of these so I could set it on my mantle.
We can hear.
Great.
Stacy, hi.
Great.
We can hear.
I'm glad that you're able to hear. We switched phones this time and decided to use Hannah's. It's a little more up-to-date phone, and hopefully we won't have the problems we had last time. And we had to leave the door open, so there's some outside noises you may hear. Just pretend you live here with us, and you'll be fine. So this is, again, what we're going to make. I have all three of the pumpkins that we're going to use tonight came from Dollar Tree. This pumpkin right here that I used for the top had this little piece that's made out of metal that went on it. I took the metal piece off. And then this pumpkin here is covered in burlap, and it's a styrofoam pumpkin. I just took the tip. It had like a plastic top on it for the stem. I took and removed that top. And this pumpkin here is from Dollar Tree as well, and it had a little bunch of flowers on top that were hot glued onto it. So all three pumpkins came from Dollar Tree. This is just a terracotta pot if you came on late. And this is an older wooden coaster that I had a set of that we weren't using anymore. And I decided to make that my base. So I'm going to get started. I'll show you what colors I'm using. I'm using apple barrel paint, just a simple matte acrylic paint, quick drying stuff so that it'll go quickly. This is what I'm going to paint the base out of. It's burnt lumber. The bottom pumpkin that's kind of a white color. It's an antique white apple barrel paint. And then the top pumpkin, because we're not painting the middle one, it's got the burlap on it. The top pumpkin is with Key West. It's kind of a turquoise color. So, guess we'll get started painting. I'm going to attach everything together with hot glue and a little bit of E6000 because I want the sturdiness of E6000, because hot glue sometimes, if it gets too warm or whatever, it'll separate and come apart, and I don't want anything coming apart. And I want E6000 to hold it permanently, so that if, Lord, I hope it don't happen, but we have 2 wild kittens in our house. They're Manx, and they like to jump, and I hope they don't get on my mantle. If I catch them, they're going to be in big trouble. But if they do, I'm hoping that this survives. And maybe it will.
Patty
So,
said she sprinkled.
oh, great. Thank you for sprinkling. If you don't know what sprinkling is, it's for the word S-H-A-R-E. A lot of the crafters and a lot of people that just do any kind of lives on Facebook, they use the word sprinkle or another word to substitute for the word S-H-A-R-E. That just means posting it on your page. Let people know that we're live. The more people that do that, the more people that will join, and the more things that Facebook will let us have and do, and the more they will let our videos be shown. I'm just doing this because it's fun. I want to kind of bring some joy and something fun to do instead of all this negative stuff. So if you will, please sprinkle and like, make sure you're liking the page, and you got your,
didn't even know it.
yes, I'm so glad you did. You sprinkled and didn't even know it. And that's what sprinkle is. So I'm so excited that you're here and that you're watching, and I hope you enjoy it.
Sister Marie's on.
Hi, Sister Marie. I'm so glad you got to come on. You get to see, you haven't got to see me in a while, so you get to see me. I'm so glad y'all are coming on. Again, this is just something to, you know, give you a little bit of a different thing to look at. Bear with me. I'm going to remove my glasses because I actually can see up close better without them. So you'll see me putting glasses on and off. So please just forgive me for that. That's just how it's got to be. So I'm just painting this. This is the base. This is the base for our topiary. It's just a simple terracotta pot. I'm just going to paint it with a coat of, this is called burnt lumber, the paint. It's by Apple Barrel. I'm just putting a coat. The good thing about this Apple Barrel paint, for the most part, one coat pretty much does the trick. Don't have to do 2 or 3 coats to cover anything. I got these simple little sponges, brushes. I was using a regular brush, and I went to Dollar Tree yesterday and found some of these, and I thought, that'll make it, and it actually does really good. Really, much better than the bristle brushes that I was using.
Sister Nylene is watching.
Hi,
She
Sister
said, "And love you."
Nylene. Hi, Sister Nylene. I love you too. I miss you. So glad you're able to watch. Everything that I'm doing pretty much came from Dollar Tree. So it's something that anybody could do. Anybody can do. I want to make things that people can do themselves. Make themselves. They don't have to. And to me, that now, not because I made it, but I believe it's really very pretty, and it's something that I would feel very, very comfortable displaying in my house or giving to a friend or whatever. It's a nice made thing. Some crafts, I'm thinking, oh, that's kind of like when your kids make you something sometimes. I loved all the things my kids made me, but you know what I mean. Sometimes my crafts look worse than my kids ever made. But this one turned out so cute. So I just wanted to share with everybody, and there we are. And the good thing is this is quick drying. This is almost completely dry. I'm going to set it right here because the top part seems to be dry already. Now this is just an old wooden coaster. I don't know, I had like a tray full of these. And my husband was going to throw them in the trash. And I said, no, you can't throw that away. Because my crafting mind has been in gear lately. So I was like, don't throw it away. I want to use it. So here we are. We're using it. Now this, I probably should have used a little bit of sandpaper and sanded it and made it a little rough because it is wood. And it may take 2 coats for this. Yeah. Get me a paper towel to wipe my hands. I have a story to tell y'all. So, Hannah and I, we had went to, where did we go, Hannah?
We had went to the vet.
We went to the vet. We took our cat, our male cat, to go get fixed Monday. And we were coming back from the vet. And we were on our road, which, if you don't know, we live in Pocahontas, and it's a very country area. When I used to say it was 50 miles from nowhere. And we're on our road, and I'm getting fingerprints. I'm going to have to let that dry a little bit, probably, and then do the rest. And we're on our road, and I look over, and just as I'm get past where the road splits, and I'm going my way, I look over, and there's I don't guess if it was a vulture or what you call them, but anyway, the birds that eat all the dead things, and so I know there's another word for him. Anyway, so, and it gets up and it's flying so slow. I thought I was gonna hit it, and I literally had to put on my brakes and come to almost complete stop to keep from hitting that large bird. And I told Hannah, I said, that's a story for a life, because I was so blown by it. But anyway, it's always fun and interesting around here.
I was telling them about the car. That happened the vet day. That happened a different day. The buzzard thing.
The buzzard thing happened a different day?
Yeah. The trip to the vet, back from the vet, was the car deal. The car got pulled out.
Oh, yeah, this was good too. This is another good story to make you laugh. We were coming out of Bolivar, and so I'm going the speed limit. Maybe just to, I sometimes go over, I'll admit it. I sometimes go over just a few miles. I'm not a big speeding person. But anyway, there's a car right on my bumper. I mean, just right on my bumper. I would say that there was just a small space between me and that car. And I was a little frustrated. I don't like it when people ride my bumper. And so I slowed down, probably because my daddy and me, you kind of get at people, and when they ride your bumper, he said, just slow down, they'll go around you, So I slowed down, and so as I slowed down, I didn't slow way down. I didn't do like 30 miles an hour. I was still probably doing right around the speed limit, maybe a couple miles under. But anyway, he's still just right on my bumper. And as soon as we got where he could fly past me, he went flying around me, zoom, and he's going, I would say 75 to 80 miles an hour down through there, just flying down through there. And I said, Hannah, that's when you wish there was a state trooper sitting right up there waiting on him. Well, we go down the road and we just go a little space, and I see blue lights. And I said, uh-oh. I didn't mean that, Lord. I didn't want him to get a ticket. But they got pulled over by a state trooper. And so anyway, I wasn't really praying for God to answer that prayer, but I guess he thought I was. Okay, so while that brown dries on there, I'm going to go ahead and start painting my white pumpkin. And I should have not done that. Let me scooch him over. So I got room for my white paint on the plate. I'm just using a plate to pour my paint out. So remember, if you like anything I say, if you're enjoying the video, there's a bunch of little buttons down there. They have hearts and likes and different things down through there. You can click on those. And when Facebook sees that you like what I'm doing, it kind of helps me. So if you want to click some hearts and some likes, I'd appreciate it. So I'm just taking the white, antique white, I think is the title of it, antique white paint, and I'm painting over this Dollar Tree pumpkin because I want to have a white pumpkin. Does anybody like white pumpkins? I think they look very classy. White pumpkins do. I seen where my aunt, and I was hoping she might come on and watch tonight. Her and her daughter have already decorated her house for the fall mood early. I can't say that I'm not, because I've been doing all these fall crafts and it's kind of getting me. I even bought me a fall candle the other day and was burning it.
And Stacy, I love the white pumpkins.
Yes, me too, Stacy. I love white pumpkins. I think they just, I don't know. You can just do so much when you decorate with white pumpkins. So I'm gonna paint this. I may have to do 2 coats on this. I think I did 2 coats on that one. And I probably, if I would have used chalk paint, I had some white chalk paint. I should have used it, but I wanted the antique look. I probably wouldn't have had to do 2 coats. I think I'm gonna have to do 2 coats. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let that work dry a little bit. I'll tell you, and I'm hoping Terry's not listening real close. He's not on there, is he? No. I have been just spending too much money on crafting supplies. But Marie likes white pumpkins too.
Yeah.
Yay! I like white pumpkins. But we went and we just stocked up on, which, you know, these bottles of paint are only 50 cents a piece.
White pumpkins taste good, Patty.
I don't know if they taste good, Patty. The only pumpkins I've pretty much eaten is the pie pumpkins. The little smaller pumpkins you can get. We have roasted those in the oven and used them and made our own pumpkin to make pies and any kind of recipes you want to make with fresh pumpkin. Well, you know, I drop it in the floor. Get me some blue paint out. I really don't want to use the same brushes, but I'm running out of little ones. I wish I bought 2 packs of those. Oh well. We'll start painting the blue one. Remember, all these come from Dollar Tree. Right now, all the Dollar Trees around here are starting to get all their fall stuff. It's been a slow process. A lot of the stores in other areas seem to have gotten it before we did, but they're starting to get it. You should be able to find these pumpkins in your stores if you want to make one of these. I found some for the ones that live here locally. I found some at Selmer. I like their Dollar Tree. It's not as crowded and busy. And we've been going to Selmer for therapy for Hannah.
And Bolivar had some.
And then we went yesterday. I had to take my car and have tires and get it alignment done on it. And we went to Bolivar, and they had some. They had a lot of fall stuff out too. I haven't been in the Corinth one in the last couple weeks. But the last time I was, they had a little bit of their fall stuff out. Not a lot. And one of the things I've learned from the crafters is they use a heat gun. This heat gun has been through the mill. Terry gave it to me, but I informed him I was buying me a new one. And they actually have a new one on sale at Harbor Freight. So this girl's getting a new one. Because when I do it, I don't know if you could see, but it's been spitting out some things, and I don't want that on my paint. But that will make my paint dry much faster. See, something's spitting on it now. It'll dry that paint a lot faster so that I can continue painting. It'll burn your fingers too. You know, be careful with the heat gun. I did it on high earlier. I was trying to curl some ribbon. Didn't do so great, but I about burned the ribbon because I did it on high. Be careful, I have that sitting over there on that chair. And so, see, it had a little flecks of stuff that flew out. That's why I want a new one. I don't want all that on my projects. So has everyone had a good day? I hope so. Seems like we've been busy, busy, busy. Hannah's been having therapy a couple times a week, and we took our cat to the vet to get fixed, and having some work done on my car for my tires and all that. And it's just one thing after another every day. So I haven't had a lot of time to do things.
Oh, Aunt Stacy migraine for 2 days, but feeling better now.
Oh, I hate that, Stacy. I know those migraines are terrible. Be praying for you that it'll be gone in Jesus' name. Hannah's battled a few, but nothing like you have. About got another coat on the half I hadn't painted yet, and I put a second coat on the other half, so I'm going to use this heat gun again. Help speed the process up. Madison is working on a bunny, if you can hear me over this heat gun. She's making a vintage style bunny, and she wants to show you. I don't know if she's not quite finished, but she's dying to show everybody. So in a few minutes I'll have her come in and show you her bunny she's working on.
Patty said she's been busy making pillows.
Making pillows. Yes, she told me that on the phone. I forgot. Pillows, pillows, pillows. Patty's crafty too. A lot of times when Patty comes to visit, she always comes up with something some kind of projects for us to do. Because she likes to be crafty.
Sister Marie said, God is good. So thankful to hear that about Bentley Hodum coming home.
Yes,
that
me
made
too.
my day.
Yes, me too. I was nervous. I guess it was yesterday when she posted about, about him. I thought, oh no, this is getting worse. But then God turned that right around. And for those that don't know, we have a family out of Corinth. He's a pastor. Him and his wife and their son had coronavirus, but they didn't know it. He didn't have any symptoms. I think he's 5. I'm not sure. He's young, and they didn't know it until he started having some symptoms. They had to take him to the hospital, and then they sent him to Lavon Children's Hospital, and they did an antibody test, and it showed that he had coronavirus. And they said in some children, they're finding that if they have had the virus, that it's attacking parts of their body, and it was attacking him. And but things are turning around. He's getting better, and they let him go home today. So we're very, very happy that he's doing better. Hate to see little ones have to go through these things. Set this one to the side, and I think I'm gonna go back with my white, try to paint some more. This one here, I'm a little hesitant to blow dry. This one's like ceramic. This one, if you use this heat gun, it kind of makes the paint do a little crazy stuff, so you gotta be very careful. But I need to speed that paint up a little bit. I think that's pretty good for me to start painting. Have to put some more paint out. The other side. We had a really good service at church yesterday. We had Brother Jamie Hodo preached for us.
Danica is watching.
And hi, Danica. Glad you came on. We're making a topiary.
Just Marie
like
said,
this
love
one.
Design.
And we all out of Dollar Tree pumpkins that we've bought and we're redoing. But we had a good service with Brother Hodo last night, and he preached, if he cares about the tree, he cares about you and me. I think that was what the title was. It was really good. So thankful that God cares about us. He's watching out for our good. Now I'm just going to dry this. So you like my sign, Sister Marie? I like that too. I'm thankful I get to use it. I've had it a long time. My brother that passed away, James, he gave that to me, I don't know, when my kids was really small. He thought we could use it for homeschooling and put the ABCs on it, or he didn't know. He just thought we would use it for something. I've used it a few times for church-related activities. We used it in Vacation Bible School and stuff like that to sit out on the table. But it hadn't been used in quite a while. And I seen it and I thought, oh, I'll hang that in the background. And that way if I forget to tell people and welcome them, or I forget to ask them to like and to sprinkle. And for those that signed on later, I was explaining what sprinkle is. And sprinkle just means to S-H-A-R-E. Facebook's weird about people saying that word and trying to pressure people into doing that. So a lot of the crafters and different ones have came up with a way to try to do it without saying that word. And so they started using the word sprinkle. So that's why you see that up there.
Kelsey's watching.
Kelsey, I miss you, Kelsey. Miss you so much. And I've been praying for you to feel better. I know that that's a hard thing to go through, but I know you're going to make it. God's going to take good care of you and that baby. We're making a topiary pumpkin. Kelsey, you can make this. See how cute that would be? And it's just a terracotta pot. I painted it. And I got a wooden coaster. I'll show you in a minute. It's still wet. I need to use my heat gun on that. And let me see if I get it over here. Wipe my hands so I don't get different color paint on everything. We're gonna.
Sister Diane.
Sister Diane, yay! I'm so glad y'all are here. Hi, Sister Diane. It's good to see everyone. This good way for us to get together and craft together. You can see a new idea and maybe you'll get to do it. This is all from Dollar Tree pretty much, except for this simple coaster that I had. It's a wooden coaster and I'm painting it a burnt lumber color. And I'm going to take and put it on top of this terracotta pot that I painted, burnt lumber. I'm going to attach it with hot glue and E6000 so that it's all solid in one piece. And then I'm going to build a topiary with pumpkins.
From Dollar Tree.
From Dollar Tree. I know Kelsey's been being in the fall mood. I seen where she posted that she's got some fall decorations. She been getting her husband involved in the fall. I got a fall candle. I've already burned. I should have had it burning tonight. Would have helped me keep in the fall mood. Although I love fall, I do. I don't like, it's not my favorite season because winter comes after it. And I'm not a big winter person. I don't like being cold. But I do like fall. Fall and spring are probably my two favorite seasons, I guess, because they're not too hot, not too cold. What's y'all's favorite season? You can put in the comments. Tell me what your favorite season is. Do you like to decorate for the seasons? Do you like to be crafty and make things with paint? Let me know what you like. Is anyone interested in anything cricket related. This shirt that I'm wearing tonight, I made with my cricket a long time ago. I was thinking I might show some things with cricket. If anybody's ever interested in cricket. I don't know. Don't want to show things that no one cares anything about.
Diane said, I love fall.
Yes. Sister Diane's daughter got married in the fall. Had a nice, pretty fall wedding last fall. I know she's excited about that grandbaby that's coming. This is a heat gun for those that came on late. All it is kind of like a little hotter than a blow dryer would be. Kind of speeds up the paint drying process so that we can move on with the project instead of sitting there waiting for paint to dry. It's kind of a boring thing to watch paint dry.
Diane said, yes, I am. Miss Marie said fall, and it was my mom's favorite too.
Yeah.
Miss Patty said, I like spring and fall and cricket ideas, and help would be good.
Yes. The only thing is, your cricket, Patty, is some of the things that I can do you can't do. You need a little update. Anyways, we're getting there. We're painting away and trying not to get it all over me. My hands always get too much. But the good thing about this acrylic paint, it washes right off. You don't have no troubles getting it off.
Marlene said, redo living room with blue and gray. Any country ideas? I think it's what she meant. She put ideas. And Stacey said, I have a brand new cricket and I have never used it.
Oh! Well, maybe I need to do some cricket stuff.
It sounds like it.
I know a couple more that they're not on here tonight. But hi, Sonia. I'm so glad you came on tonight. Y'all, Sonia Nickel is one of my inspirations. She has a crafting page called Sonia's She Shed Sensations. I won't say it wrong. But anyway, and you need to go check her out. And I like to watch her. I've shared a few videos on this page. You can go to her page. And she's given me a few little tips to help me along. And I want to help her too. So if you want to go like her page and follow her, that would be great. She would like it. She has a son who's handicapped that she takes care of. His name is William. And she brings him on some, and he got to come on the other night and do a craft. I really enjoyed watching him. What I'm doing is just painting this. This is going to be the top to my base for my topiary. I made one yesterday, wasn't it? Yesterday, yes. And I'm going to make another one so I have a matching set for my mantle. And I thought I would make the second one with y'all watching. So got that. Now I just need another coat on this white pumpkin on the bottom side. If y'all...
Sonia said, it's a tongue twister of a name, LOL. Thank
yes,
you.
it
You're
is.
so kind.
Yes. And I told myself, you know, I need to write some of these things down so I don't say them wrong.
Sister Marie said, This is so cute. I love it.
Thank you. I love it too. I'm trying, you know, when you're making things just to share, to show people like on here, you're thinking, okay, what are you going to do with that when you get done with it, you know? And so I'm probably leaning towards making things that I want to hang in my house, or maybe I want to make for a friend or that kind of thing.
Sonia said, I love this craft.
Yes, it's so easy, and it's anybody can do it. And Sonia, I told everybody I got my inspiration from the Turquoise Valentine. She made one of these, and so I wanted to make some when I seen her do it, and so that's what I'm doing. Dry. So I think I've got, except I want to put a little brown on my stem right here because it kind of got a little, looks a little different. I want it to kind of match everything else and not be real
green
shiny. Oh yeah, you know I didn't get my green paint out, you know.
Oh, you didn't. That's one thing we missed.
Yeah, I tried to get prepared ahead of time, have everything out, so I wouldn't have to go searching for anything. But the good thing is my paint's right here. Gotta find the right bottle. I think I'm gonna write the names of these bottles on the top so that English Ivy Green. Okay, let me put the lid on this before I have a catastrophe. Okay. Try that real quick. You got your bunny?
No, I got parts of it.
We'll break it. Huh?
I said I thought I would tell them what my next project will be.
My youngest daughter is not as camera shy as my oldest. And she's eager to show you a project she's working on. She is a crocheter, and she's working on a bunny, and she's going to show you her progress.
This is what I have so far. And it's got little long ears. It's going to have the arms and the legs. I'm just working on that right now in the midst of working on it. And this, hold on, let me get to it, is what it's going to look like when it's done.
Pull it closer to the camera there. So she's made a lot of things. I've shared a little bit on this page of things that she's made. She's had a lot of different orders for things. That bunny is for a gift she's working on.
This is going to be my next project for another gift.
She's excited. She got a couple new books the other day that came in, and so when you'll learn if you stay with me. My kids are both very creative, and Sonia said, "Hello, you're very talented with crochet." She is. She has made some beautiful
And these are
things.
gonna be the colors: this pink, this off-white, and this like brown color for her dress, and then this navy's gonna be for the top undershirt, and then the gray is gonna be.
Is this for the cat? The
For
kitten? The cat that you're making?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's gonna be for the cat.
She's got it all planned out. She likes to think ahead of what she's doing next. She has some other bunnies that she's made from a different pattern that she's been working on parts and pieces because she's sold several of those bunnies. And so she just started making arms and legs and different parts so that when she got an order, she could just put them together and she would have it done. It's been a really good thing for Madison to learn to crochet. It's been a blessing. She taught herself watching YouTube videos. She did take a class at a homeschool co-op. Trying to reconnect. Oh, there it went back. Sorry, y'all. I don't know why we had a little disconnect there for a second. But she's done remarkably well. Madison has some learning disabilities, but she don't let it stop her. She has overcome so much in the last couple years.
Sonia said, "I love to crochet, but I think you are more advanced at it than I am." LOL. And Sandra said, "I have yarn, but I don't know to crochet or anything. I'd love to learn though." That is cute.
Wow. Sandy. I know you. Sandra is my cousin, but I've always called her Sandy. I don't know, which I haven't been around her a whole lot. I'm glad to see you came on. You could tell me if you prefer to be called Sandra. You tell me. I'll call you Sandra. I'm just Sandy's all that's in my brain when I think of you. But I'm glad that you're here. Crocheting to me is like speaking a foreign language. It's not something that Maddie's tried to show me different little things.
She'll quiz us sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes she's trying to. She was. I just dropped another one. She was quizzing Hannah just the other day. What's this mean? What's this mean? You know. Of course, Hannah likes to quiz Maddie too.
I quizzed her back too. I got her back.
But she knew the answer too.
Some of it. She didn't know all of it though.
But they like to quiz each other on their hobbies. Hannah's a photographer, and Maddie's a crocheter. I'm just painting this leaf. It's a metal leaf that came with the pumpkin, and I actually just did it with a mixture of white. And I really probably shouldn't have done that, so I'm gonna match another one. But put another coat on it. Let that sit and dry. So let me dry the bottom of this. I think we're about ready to start assembling.
And this Mikey's bunny, Aunt Stacy.
Oh, you gotta go get the bunny back. Aunt Stacy missed it. You can't leave. You can't leave. You gotta stay on here so you don't miss anything. While she comes back with her bunny.
I'll just grab the bunny.
Okay. This is what she's got done so far, Stacy.
I still gotta make the arms and the legs, but that's gonna be simple because I just found out the arms and the legs are actually the same pattern for both.
With you now, the lid don't want to come off my easy. Ah. Okay. I'm going to glue my pieces together to make my base, and I want to put some E6000.
She said, "Oh my goodness."
For those that haven't used E6000, or maybe you have, I don't
She
know.
said, "Oh my goodness," and sent a bunch of hearts up. So cute.
E6000 doesn't dry fast, so I like to take and put a little hot glue with it. Okay, hot glue. You've been plugged up plenty long enough. I don't want this to come apart. I want it to stay together. I'll probably put too much. I can feel it. Oh well. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. And we have a base. Actually, I think it needs a little touch of my brown right there. Remember, if you sign on late, this is a terracotta pot, and this is just a wooden coaster that we had already. An old, it's been very well used. You can use things from all around your house. You don't have to go out and buy new stuff.
Sister Sherry is on.
Sister Sherry's on. Hi, Sister Sherry. We've been missing you. I'll be ready for this stinky virus to go away so we can get back with our church family and everybody be together and worship the Lord together.
What color paint for the terracotta pot?
That is apple barrel burnt lumber that I'm using for the terracotta pot, and the coaster that I made my base out of.
She said hi, Sister Sherry did.
Hello, it's good to see you. I'm just gonna use this heat gun and kind of dry this really quickly. So got that dry. So then the next thing that I'm using is, this is a bag of Spanish moss. Came from Dollar Tree. Spanish moss. If you didn't hear me, I don't think I pronounced it just right the first time. And what I do is I just pull me some out and I take my scissors and I cut it off. It makes a little bit of a mess if you probably have to sweep the floor after you get done. I just kind of take it and spread it out. And this part I just feel like hot glue works just fine.
Sandra said, "That's cool. It looks like an industrial hairdryer." LOL. The heat gun, I guess.
It's a heat gun, Sandy. It's an old one my husband had. I was going to buy me one, and he said, "Don't buy one. I got one. I don't use it. You can have it." But I'm going to buy me one anyway. Because it's kind of rough. You see the cord? I don't like that. And it spits out this little stuff every time I want to use it. I don't know why. But anyway. So I kind of hesitant with it. So I just took some hot glue and put that Spanish moss on there. And then I'm going to set my first pumpkin on it. Just like so. But I'm going to use the E6000 with this a little bit. Just because I don't want it to come apart.
And hot glue, huh?
I'm going to use hot glue too. And a little hot glue too. Because the hot glue does it for the temporary part of us putting it together. And the E6000 does it for the permanent part. And I'm going to hold that on there. And then I'm going to get me some more moss because I like the moss. If you go on the Turquoise Valentine's page, she did a video, I don't know, a few weeks back, maybe. And on her video, she didn't put the moss in between each layer, although she wanted to. But her viewers talked her into not doing it. And she said, I was going to put it in between each layer. But she did what the viewers wanted her to do. But I love it with it in between each layer. So
Aunt Stacy said, I'm definitely going to make a couple of those.
I think you will love it, Stacy. It looks so... I'm excited about decorating my mantle for fall. Gonna use these, and I'm gonna make a banner. I found some cute wood cutouts of leaves and pumpkins. My friend gave me the pumpkins, and I'm gonna make a banner to put across my mantle for fall. Not sure what it's gonna say yet. Could come up with a cute saying. I don't want just fall. I want something cute. And a little hot glue.
Sonia said me too to that. Making some.
I'll put that on there. Connect. Oh Lord. I hope y'all are getting good service. This phone just keeps saying try to reconnect every now and then. Seems like if people move around in here too much. You're standing in line of the internet signal or something.
No.
It just did it again. You might have to move. I think you're blocking my signal in the doorway. I wish I had the modem in here with me, but it's in the living room. And so, we'll just have to deal. Because I'm not going to move everything to the living room. Terry's watching TV in there, so. So, it looks a little crooked. I may have to put some more glue down under that one. Okay, so here we go with some more moss on top. Glue stick to go down in there. Didn't do my trick with that glue. Now, before I put my top on, I think I'm going to do my leaf. I think it's actually from her standing in the doorway. Now what I did was, it has a couple wires hanging out the side. And I know those are probably supposed to be those Tyndall things, but I could not get it to look right on that one. So I'm going to cut those off.
Sandra said, I have to get to sleep. Work comes early. These are very cute though. I love it and you.
Oh, thank you for coming, Sandy. I love you. So glad you stopped in to see us. And all I'm doing is I clipped off the two little pieces of metal that was sticking out the side. I think they're tendrils. I think that's what they're called. If it's not, somebody tell me. And I'm going to make curl the rest of this wire into a tendril. That last little piece doesn't want to curl. Let's see if I can bend it with these. Okay, and then I'm going to take and I'm going to glue that. Oops, I didn't put too much glue.
Sister Heaven's watching.
Sister Heaven! Good to see you. I got to see her for just a minute today. Piano. Okay, see how I did that? I just attached it with some glue right there. Oh, I stuck my finger in the glue.
Oops.
May have to peel a little bit of that glue off after it dries. And then I left this little piece sticking out like a tendril. Okay, so I'm just going to glue that. Now this one I definitely want to make sure I get a good bit of glue because this piece is the heavier one. But I love it on the top more than the bottom, so put some E6000 down. And then I'm going to put some hot glue as well.
It's wanting to slant tonight.
It's wanting to slant.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going to have to put a little bit more hot glue on the bottom. And I'm going to hold it down. So hopefully it stays. I didn't have any trouble with that one staying. This one seems, it may be, yeah, I think I'm going to have to glue that bottom again. See, you live and learn, don't you? I think I got maybe too much moss. I'm going to pull the moss out a little bit. Put some more glue. Popping and cracking. Put a little bit more E6000. The one thing I don't like about that glue is it wants to come bubbling out. I mean, you know, when you make something sometimes and you go to do it to show people, it wants to glitch. But it's going to be okay. This one just went smooth as a cucumber. I didn't have no trouble.
Sister Heaven said, I love it. Sister Heaven.
Thank you, Sister Heaven. I love it too.
Sister Marie put, me too.
I love it too. And I just think it's going to look so cute on the mantle. And
Sonia said, I would love to see how it looks on your mantle. Maybe you can post a pic when you get the mantle decorated.
yes, I will. I will. When I get it decorated, I will. I have my daughter is a photographer. She prefers outdoor photography, but she can do indoor. And she loves to help me with making things. She made the little thing for me tonight to post and say I was going live. She's creative in that way. She likes to do things that have to do with graphic design and photography and that kind of thing. So, excuse me. She does that part for me and helps me with that. She's trying to learn how to design websites and so that's just us. We like to do different things and crafty ways to connect. There we go. So anyway, I think that's all I've got for tonight. I appreciate everybody that came on, and if you will share I said that word, sprinkle my page, and let people know that I'm doing this. I'd appreciate it. I don't know. I just wanted to get together, spread some joy. If you ever need anything as far as prayer, feel free to message me or post. most of the people that are in.
Your Aunt Tammy came on late.
Who?
Your Aunt Tammy came
Aunt
on late.
Tammy. Well, this is what we made, Aunt Tammy. You missed it.
You have to watch the replay.
You'll have to watch the replay if you came on late. We're getting ready to sign off. Madison wants me to show you our babies. They're asleep, though. Oh, she's dying for me to show them to you. We have 2 Manx kittens. They're 16 weeks old. And they're growing like weeds. We have a boy and a girl. This is our boy. His name's Blaze. And see, they're a bobtail. They ain't got no tail.
Sister Heaven said, did a great job. Love you bunches.
Thank you, Sister Heaven. Thank you for watching. And this is Stormy. This is our female. And she don't got no tail either.
She's just a little
And just so you know, I had somebody ask me, said they thought we cut their tails off. No, they're born this way.
Yep.
The whole litter was bobtail kittens. We looked it up, and they're called Manx. We think they're full-blooded. The mom and the dad both appear to be Manx as well. They love to jump and get on things. They'll jump on you if you let them. I had one jump on my back. This one right here. Jump on my back one day. Just so he could see what I had in my hands. So they're a mess. And now they're awake. So it's a good thing we're going off, because they might go running and jumping through here. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you'll watch again. I'm not sure. I'll probably go live again, but it may be, I'm not sure what day. I'll just have to post, and y'all can just keep an eye out. And I'll try to get you to know maybe more than an hour at a time instead of this time. You didn't